Everybody please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everybody. All right, looking for a motion to approve the video recording by the town of Paris for the town of Paris meetings for a trial period for 90 days.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Thank you. Motion to approve the minutes of the regular board meeting on Tuesday, April 9th.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
I
Motion to approve the financial statements of the month of April 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
am.
All right, expected guests. Cynthia Collins.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Christian. I first wanted to preface my remarks because I had actually was going to address the fact that we never get documents prior to meetings. And then I see that the board posted for the first time to the agenda yesterday containing documents, no resolutions, but documents, which is appreciated by everyone. And this also ties into the issue of the shared services contract, because I don't think that's been posted yet, and that's actually of interest to a lot of people, because all of us either know kids in the school, have kids in the school, we pay taxes here. It looks like that the agreement was tabled, or the review of the agreement was tabled at the March meeting, and the April meeting ended up with a resolution number 37 declining to enter into the agreement for shared services for the reasons quoted, due to a lack of reciprocal services and consideration on the part of the school district. And I'm not sure when the board discussed all that, and I'm not even saying those aren't good points, but it really should have been discussed in an open meeting in front of everyone. And I'm just wondering if it was discussed anywhere other than in the open meeting, that it may behoove the board to bring it back maybe next month, maybe vacate resolution 37 and bring it back and publish the agreement so that everybody has a chance to look at it. And I agree that if there's a reciprocity issue or consideration issue, you may have very good points and it may need to be renegotiated, which is not unusual. It looks like it was first presented. It's hard to tell, but it looks like that the prior superintendent, Ronald Wheelock, came before the board in March of 2023. So I'm not sure whether that was a major discussion and the terms were agreed upon, or it was just kind of agreed upon and entered into. But I do think it's important for the people to know what may have been iffy and what the board may want to change with regard to the reciprocity and the consideration. But again, I think those are all good points, and I just think that it should be done in public so we know what the thoughts are, and a little discussion between the boards so that we know, where you guys are coming from. And we all have an interest in it, so, excuse me. So that's my comment on that. I think posting the proposed agreement, and maybe even if you guys have sent a counter proposal to the school, that would be interesting to see as well. The other thing I wanted to address quickly was what happened in the April meeting. We were here, I was here, I was about 3 feet away from where Mr. Halleck was sitting, and the board went into executive session at 5:18. They emerged from executive session at 5:57. Somewhere around 5:42, you lost Ms. Kentile, and there seems to be a little bit of there was a kerfluffle going on where you guys try to track her down. Now, I'm not sure what happened, but this is not that big of a room. So why she was allowed out of the room with no expectation coming back to finish executive session, but the open meetings law is very clear that executive session must include all board members. When you couldn't find her, it really would have been more proper and more legal under the open meetings law to table the rest of the executive session and bring it back tonight when all board members could be part of it. I think we have to be careful about executive sessions because they're private, they're confidential, but certain things don't belong in them, and certain things do. But the one thing that belongs in them all the time are all 5 of you. And if you ended up conversing for 15 minutes after you couldn't find this Kentile, maybe she left the building, maybe she was sick, I don't know. But you shouldn't have continued the meeting. That's my comment on that. And not just as an attorney, but because the open meetings law kind of affects everybody. And I think it's an important factor for you guys to remember, that 15 minutes becomes kind of suspect, because I don't know what went on, what was discussed. I hope it wasn't the shared agreement, because that was not appropriate for the executive session. And that's another reason why, if it was, that, you know, we can't go back and change it, but that's why I think it would behoove the board and help all of Paris to know what was going on with the shared services agreement. And I think the last thing I wanted to, and it's just a request from a taxpayer, is there's really, the board has no obligation to engage in question and answers at a public meeting. But there should be some way for us to communicate a question to the board and get an answer back. Maybe on the website, some type of an answer, a question format, and an answer format. I just would be suggesting that. Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you, appreciate that. Deb and Brian Bernard. All right, a couple things that are going on here. The wind law, I know we just discussed that. We need to schedule a public hearing for that. A couple things, actually. I'm looking for a motion that we can send this law to the planning board, town board planning board, so they can review it, as well as the Oneida County planning department as well. So I'm looking for a motion on that.
I'll make that motion.
Can I get a second? All in favor? Any opposed? Thank you, Gus. I'd like to also schedule a public hearing. I think we're looking for July. Probably gonna do it next month. It looks like it's gonna be, just give everybody some time to really look at it.
July 9th.
July 9th, yeah, July 9th, 4:45. Does that sound all right to everybody?
What day is it?
It's pretty far going. So,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
just, that work for everybody? Alright. Okay, 4:45. Now we'll go right into the meeting. Okay, also everyone might saw also in your packets, the other Oneida County Department of Finance properties up for auction, alright? Actually, it looks pretty good, alright? It's on May 18th, 10 o'clock, so. Nothing too crazy, I think Playbill is pretty good too, I think there was just the one. Good, no, it's good. Alright, let's see, Ride for Missing Children, they asked Jimmy and I for permission, we've always given them permission for this. Road permission for June 7th. We get permission for Oneida Street, but not Sulphur Springs. That has to go through the county. So we gave out the number to the commissioner there. So they were reaching out to them. I don't see that being a problem. So just want to give you that up. It'd be a busy morning going through there, or busy day in general. The New York Run for Fallen. Jim, you get anything on that?
Nothing yet, JC. Typically, it's like, they're coming through our town around 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30.
Yeah.
It goes relatively quiet. It's escorted, usually one runner.
Yeah, I hit it down as it usually runs through the townships around, June 7th to the 11th.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't, okay, just making sure I wasn't missing something on that.
I haven't heard
it
anything
happen,
myself.
all right? Of course, we'll let everybody know, so it's supposed to.
Usually we get an email.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
Just didn't have anything on it, double check my spam and nothing on that. Clayville Library, I had some questions about, the funding for the Clayville Library. I know I discussed it in February's meeting, that I was gonna have a meeting with them. I spoke with them during that month, and in March, I advised everybody here that, we weren't looking to take away their money at all. But it seems it got out in the public somehow that we were gonna take their money away from them. So, just wanna re-say that I don't think we're looking to do any of that. So, just for the record again. That's what I have this time. Is there any questions from the board for myself? Mike, town clerk, communications.
Okay, so was a walk down on, what day was it? It was the 5th, May 5th. They had an autism walk down at the park. They notified me that they raised $5,400 and they're looking to do it again next year, so that was good. And then the state DOT notified me that they're acknowledging the speed study request for Holman City Road between Route 8 and Church Road, and they'll notify us upon the completion of the study.
Alright.
Yeah, that's about it. Pavilion rentals are going like
Yeah.
normal.
That is the season for that.
Yep. Other than that, that's all I got.
Any questions from Mike? Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
We're gonna jump to Carrie Tibbetts, Park Director for the park there.
Just on a few things, we have swim lesson signups are gonna be May 29th and 30th from 3:30 to 6:30 in Pavilion 2, which is the first pavilion to the right. We'll run 2 sessions again, first session from July 1st to July 19th, so they're 3-week sessions, and then session 2, July 7th through the 20th, July 22nd through August 9th. We are gonna keep our fees for those the same, so it's $20 per child, $50 per family for 3 or more. Open swim for the pool, we're gonna open the pool up June 28th and run it to August 23rd. We are closing a week earlier this year because we had very low attendance, actually no attendance the last week. But we usually keep it open, and then I have a lot of staff that, like lifeguards, tend to disappear to college on me, so we don't have that much staff. Open swim hours, they're on the sheet if you need it. We also have it posted online. We are gonna keep our residence fees for $1, but non-residents, we are increasing to $5 due to the enormous cost of increase of pool chemicals and staffing because minimum wages went up this year for us. So. And then, yes, and the pavilion rentals are coming along. That runs right through Mike, the town clerk. So.
Fully staffed almost, pretty much.
Fully staffed. We got a lot. We're fortunate to have a lot of people come back.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Alright, that's good. And is it Tuesdays, Thursdays, we're gonna keep the open swim open a little longer? Is that right?
Yeah, so yeah, that's the new thing too. So Tuesday, Thursday hours change for open swim will be 3 to 7. So maybe some evening hours from 3 to 7.
And we'll see how that goes, right?
Yep, we'll see how it goes. And if it's not well attended or people want to go back, usually 3 o'clock is when we get an increase of people anyways. So we're hoping that 3 to 7 will work for people who come from work. And, swim musical.
It's happening now.
10 minutes.
See?
It's happening quick.
Good. Alright, it's gonna be a nice summer, that's for sure. Any questions for Carrie on the board? Thank you, Carrie. For that track meet. Alright, Jim, we're gonna go to highway department, again.
Pickleball courts, Kevin, if you just wanna step in, I know you spoke to him yesterday.
Yeah.
I spoke to you, so.
June, the first week in June, they're gonna come in and set up the posts, for the posts and take care of that. And then the actual construction, I think it was June 24th, when they're gonna be here. And that's about, I think, a 3 or 4 day process depending on whether, how they're gonna,
Okay.
how they're gonna do it. And I just talked to them yesterday.
Alright, and we're going with the colors, bring me a refresher, is it the blue courts?
We're doing dark green on the outside in the
Yeah.
kitchen and light blue for the play area.
Okay.
And also, JC, probably what we'll do on June 1st,
Yeah.
when they come in, they're gonna wanna come in to do their piping, put their piping in. At that point is when we will remove the basketball hoops, and then we'll put a construction fence up and we'll close this thing.
Okay, alright.
Cause once they mount their piping in, there's gonna be pipes sticking out of the ground and stuff, and these guys are gonna have to be in charge of locking and unlocking their own gate when they're working in there.
Okay, alright.
We'll turn it into basically a construction zone for them, and, they'll monitor it on their own, they'll have to keep it locked up.
Okay.
Well, they'll take the fence down, they told me yesterday too.
Yeah, when they gotta get in there or whatever they'll
Right,
do,
put their machine.
we'll do the initial, we'll open the fence up for them, cause I gotta get in there also with a piece of equipment. So I'll open the fence and then let them in for their, whatever they have to do there on the first, and then we'll just put a construction fence up and kinda close this thing.
Do do you feel that that little half, basketball court, there's the one behind the, baseball field? I don't know what the condition of that is. I was gonna ask Haley, but I don't know if we should, can we save one of those and bring it down there? I don't know.
We probably can, yeah, I'll
Yeah,
look at
what's
the
your thoughts
condition
on
of it. I know,
I think the best one out of the four,
Yeah. in the past, I think the only thing we've ever really had to do over there, insurance wise, they just wanted a little more topsoil or something
Yeah.
around the back where somebody could actually run off the court. It's not like a drop off. They just wanted that blended in with some topsoil, but we'll definitely look at it and
Yeah, just wondering your thoughts on that.
dress it up, whatever we can do to
Yeah.
dress that area up.
I think it's on like an old telephone pole, right? So, I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it was the same steel style
Oh, it
post
is?
for
Okay.
that. Yeah. But I'll definitely check into it.
I'll get down there tomorrow too.
If need be, we will
Yeah, okay.
move one of them posts over to there,
Yeah.
if it improves it.
So that means you would have a usable basketball court in the,
Yeah,
In
the
the park.
one near the back pavilion is still available. There's
Oh,
still a
okay.
single hoop over there. Yes,
Okay.
it's available for use.
and it's a full court, or you said it was a half court?
It's a half,
court?
it's a single hoop, yeah, it's a half court.
Could you put, I don't know, I mean, could you play full basketball on a half court? Could you put two basketball hoops, one on each end, to make a mini
Probably
court?
not, I think it would be a little tight. I
Okay,
think it would be a little tight. Depending on how many people you have playing. They might get in each other's way.
well,
but-
could only be two people.
Correct. Yeah,
Uh,
I'll check it out.
We, I did, because we're talking about the pickleball courts, I know we had, Steve Stray reached out to us regarding, just proposal on this, that came out, just came out last night or so. So, he just had concerns about losing the basketball court, and just, he'd like us to basically make a single sports facility for basketball and pickleball, so.
A dual sport,
Yeah.
it is a single sport.
Yeah, so, he's calling it some sport facility. Versus.
If it's
yeah,
just
versus-
one.
Right.
Yeah,
so we
if
know.
it's, if
Right,
you
right.
keep the hoops, it's dual.
Yeah, so I guess, yes, trying to do a facility there for two sports, correct, yeah. I don't know if we're too far along on that right now, so.
Is there a way that you can do it with the pickleball people to make it dual sports for that court? You have it used
I don't
for both
believe
purposes?
we can, because the whole purpose of the pickleball court being like a north-south play is because you don't want the sun, either in the morning or the evening, you're gonna have sun in your face if you're east-west. So they
So you couldn't move the,
put this up so that you're north-south, so you're not playing in the sun, and then you'd have to have the basketball east-west going across the pickleball courts. It wouldn't.
they can't both be north-south. It wouldn't work.
Well, we wouldn't have the space either, because by the time you go north-south, you're gonna shrink the area. If anything, we could look at where the single court is now,
Right.
and maybe in the future, we would just
Expand.
put it in this, because there is the only thing that goes towards, I think, is the community garden that's over in the corner there, which I don't know how much activity that gets anymore, but that could potentially be
Yeah,
something
we'll
to
work
look
that
at.
out to try to keep it loose for a little longer here, that's for sure, and just see if we can maneuver another court down there.
Have they approached us yet, the community garden?
No one's,
Okay.
a lot of times, once the parks kind of gets open here, it's, somebody might take it over, so.
But even so, there may be enough room where we wouldn't even encroach on that, I haven't really looked at it to improve, to open it up to a bigger court, but it's possible. Garden Club plant sale, May 18th, they're just looking for the use of our cold storage building again. I don't see any issue with it. We cleaned it out for them, they do their plant sale, goes relatively smooth. We don't have to clean up after them, it's pretty, they do a good job.
Sure.
Just looking, I don't know, do we have to have a resolution for that one? Is that the-
As long as we're good with it.
Okay, I'm good with it. Moving on, mowing and ditching agreements with Oneida County. The 2024 agreement comes as a 2-year agreement, 24 and 25 on both contracts. Tony has looked at it, he's approved, because they did a little changing of the inside of the contract. just by changing it to a 2-year, so we're not going through the paperwork every single year. Mowing agreement, the second year comes with an increase, so it's not just a same year, same money for 2 years. The ditching agreement is the same money, which I think has been standard for quite a few years at $13,600. We do both agreements. I feel we should do both agreements still.
Okay, two separate agreements?
Two separate agreements, one's a mowing and one's a ditching.
Okay, so you're looking for a motion?
A resolution for both.
Okay, so motion for the mowing to go in agreement with Oneida County for the mowing contract. Can I get a motion on that, please? Can I get a second? Second. All in favor? Anybody opposed? Okay, then we're looking for a motion for the ditching agreement with Oneida County, correct?
Correct.
Okay, can I get a motion on that, please?
So,
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? For the 24-25.
Correct.
Yep. For both of those.
J-Pro Diagnostic System, I believe I gave everybody a copy in their packet last month. We researched it. They're a sole source provider for this product. After review, we've talked to other municipalities that are running the equipment. They're very happy with it, very happy. It gets updated multiple times a year, and it also has a smart, kind of helps you diagnostically. Once you find a diagnostic problem, it gives you a link that kind of walks you to the most common problems. It's all kind of in there for us, but I like it. I feel we should go with this product to improve our mechanical abilities.
Sure, because in the long run, this is saving money as we go.
Correct, yeah. I'm looking for a resolution to purchase the J-Pro diagnostic equipment at $8,802.74.
I'll make that resolution.
Give it a second? What, what's that?
No, because it says it's supposed to take up the sales tax, so it's gonna be right
yeah,
on that.
sure.
So it's gonna be like $8,094
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
and 44 cents.
So it's $8,094.94. 44 cents. Okay, not to exceed. Fair to say? Okay. Can I get a motion on that again?
I'll make the motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Aye.
Motion.
CHIPS funding, our road schedule work for this season. In your package, you have our quotes for road work, 3 different quotes. We'll start with Greens Crossing Road. Looking to make a resolution for Hanson paving in the amount $92,767.50 for the paving of Greens Crossings Road from Summit Road to the railroad track crossing.
Get a motion on that, please.
so moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Aye.
Motion.
Kehoe Road, the repair on Kehoe Road, we're looking at a 2-lane repair, about a half-mile long, up in the wood section there. The shoulders are really in rough shape. We're looking to repave, basically T&L the shoulder area and then top that section of road, so we can continue to plow it. Suit coat was low bid at $40,087.50.
Motion to repair Kehoe Road for that $4,087.50. Second?
Second.
All in favor? Anybody opposed? Anybody opposed?
Aye.
Marshall Road. Same thing, Marshall Road, we have shoulder repairs that'll be happening on that for the whole length, 0.6 of a mile. And then it'll be having a chip seal over the top of it. Suit Coat is also the company on Marshall Road. They are also doing Bridgewater's End in the process, so they'll complete the whole road at the same time, and the treatments will be the same. So we're looking for Suit Coat at $47,949.96. maintenance.
Okay, a motion on that, please.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Aye.
Okay, next, road stripe pricing. This year, we got Oneida County's number, and we also got another number from Seneca Pavement Markings. County came in at $70,535.49. Seneca Paving is at $48,000, $48,045.25. I'm looking for a resolution to go with, Seneca Pavement Markings for the 24 season for road stripes.
And we used those last year, correct?
We did, correct, yep. They came in and they were in and out of our town in like a day and a half.
Right.
They striped everything complete and they were in and go. Very nice job.
Big savings.
Big savings, yeah. $23,000.
Can I get a motion to hire Seneca?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Aye.
Shared service, we file an annual shared service with New York State DOT. Basically, if we need any of their product, it's available to us. And they sent that out, and Kim and I, we looked through it. It's the same contract every year. So we're looking to approve the shared service agreement with New York State DOT.
Motion on that, please.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Aye.
Okay. An estimate there, I think everybody has one. We're gonna sandblast and prime one of our snowplow dump truck boxes. And the estimate came through, we're looking for pro surface restoration in the amount of $2,000 to restore one of our truck boxes.
Need a resolution for it, but, resolution to have that, truck number 40.
Truck number 40.
All right,
Yep.
all right, and then sandblasted for $2,000, not to exceed.
Yep.
That's with pro service restoration, right?
Yes.
Make a motion on that, please.
I'll make that motion.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed?
Aye.
Looking for a resolution to put a bid spec together for a used bucket truck for hanging flags and also using it for tree trimming. We're gonna spec out, kind of go with the used. I think we'll cut the cost down. It's not a piece of equipment that we're gonna use every day, but I would like to get something, relatively modern. It does have to be inspected on a yearly basis, so I don't wanna start with something super old.
Right.
So we're just looking for a resolution to put a bid spec together and just see where we come, and possibly have something together for next board meeting.
Okay, all right, especially when those banners are done, right?
Correct, banners are coming. We also have Memorial Day Parade coming, so.
So what do you use now for tree trimming and hanging flags?
We use nothing, we don't,
You don't trim trees?
our Pesh company, the Pesh came in and they're like an OSHA company. They came in and what we were using, they squashed that. We can't use it anymore. It's not a safe piece of equipment, and John Deere doesn't allow the use of anything attached to their equipment to lift a human being, so we had to get rid of it. We need to look into a bucket truck.
For sure.
So,
All right, so a motion to put that out to bid for.
Yep, looking to put a bid spec together, put that out to bid for a bucket truck. And I'm also looking for a resolution to do the same with a paver, a used paver. Our money is not stretching very far when it comes to the road work.
Yeah.
And a lot of this repair stuff, I feel we could be doing in-house with the purchase of a paver.
At least see what they cost, right?
Yeah, see what we can, if we're even correct.
Okay,
Making-
yeah,
making use.
all right, see what we can get. All right, so the first motion is what, we need a bucket truck?
Yep.
All right, put out an RFP, can I get a motion on that, please?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? And then, putting out an RFP for the paver,
A paver,
Alright. Blacktop paver, can I get a motion on that, please?
Make it.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? Anything else?
The only thing I had is, I did get an email back from Dave Staten on the school board after the kind of conversation was had, and the school board is, Dave Staten and a few members of the board are very interested in sitting down and going over like the past, what used to be done, you know, on the schools, and to see if we could sit down and possibly get an agreement going again with the school.
Okay.
What we would be looking for and stuff, you know, on there, on as far, whether it be something to do in the park or where, however it would come together, but
Okay.
they are definitely interested. I believe he mentioned Tony Nicotera, one of the grounds guys, and himself as being the people that would be looking to sit down with us.
Okay, alright. Yeah, we'll, what, you and I are gonna sit down? So you want to do?
I would say you and I, but whoever else feels they wanna be on the board.
Alright. Alright, okay, yeah, we'll set that up. We'll reach to my calendar, but
Yeah.
I'll give you a couple dates here, by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'll just get back to them and tell them, we'll get a date set, and
Okay.
if it works, and, we'll get together and see where we were at.
Okay. What else, Jim?
That's it.
Alright.
That's it for me.
Alright, any questions for Jim at this time for the board? Thank you, Jim. I'm sorry, I had looked at it, I missed something here when I was looking through my paperwork here, what's on the agenda. It was the Mohawk Valley Stormwater Coalition Agreement. Oneida County had, the county board of legislators actually put something together, for the communities that have the MS4 communities. And so which is gonna help us out with, camera work, things like that is my understanding. Gina, what else would they be able to offer to us?
Our mapping,
Yeah.
our reporting, the 6 measures that we have to report on, they're gonna help with all that. Illicit discharges, any part of the stormwater, they did have a list here. But, you know, they'll have matching, we may have to pay a membership after, but, you know, they'll match and help pay, because it is costly to do this stuff.
Sure.
But, yeah, they're gonna help, we're here, control measures, public education, because you gotta send out so many
Right.
postcards and public education to contractors and people. They're gonna control and eliminate discharges, enforcing erosion control at construction sites, they'll help with that. Post-construction, stormwater treatment, and pollution prevention at municipal facility. So they'll be there for a contact to help out the
Right.
departments, because everything is really changing. I was at training, and it is, everything changed this year for
Okay.
the MS4 with
Right.
DEC.
Okay, so, obviously Tony's looked through this also, this agreement, and it was a big event for us to be involved in. Pretty much, I'm sure that anybody's in MS4 communities would be getting into this coalition as well. So, looking for a motion for us to sign the Mohawk Valley Stormwater Coalition Agreement and become members with them.
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. Water and sewer, Joe.
Let's see. First thing, I wanna just let you know that the county will be working off of, the end of Mill Place. They've got an issue with their, county interceptor down there.
Huh.
So they're actually gonna clean our whole right of way from Mill Place all the way down behind Smithfield Hall.
Oh,
So it benefits us as much as it benefits them, not having to go across lots.
oh, that's great.
So they'll be doing that. Butler Road is essentially done. It's been working. Tomorrow tomorrow they're coming to do some software updates, tomorrow morning. So after they put those updates in, we're gonna let it run for 2 weeks. And, we'll be scheduling a demolition for the old pump station
Okay,
after that.
all right,
So it'll look a little nicer around there.
all right.
I don't have much to offer on the wells, because, I know the drawings are all done for the building, and hopefully, once that gets approved by the powers that be, we can
Right,
put that out to bid.
right, it's close.
And, one thing that's not part of my thing, June 8th is the run for the fall.
Oh, okay, thank you. for the, New York Run for the Fallen, June 8th. June, right on. Thanks, thank you. Did you get an email, is that what you're telling me?
What's that?
Did you get an email for this?
No, actually, Scott Townsend's wife is like part of that
Oh, okay.
somehow,
Okay.
so they told me the other day.
Alright, alright, thank you. Any questions for Joe? Okay. Thank you, Joe. Assessor?
No, the only thing I have is the tentative roll was filed in Mike's office on May first.
May 1st.
May first.
Tentative, right? Anything else? Any questions for me? Thank you.
JC, I do have
Yeah.
one more thing, because you'll probably see him by your house. Jack Dotson's son will be around here doing GPS and GISing
Oh, okay.
for the valves and hydrants we're replacing,
Okay.
so he should be in the next couple of weeks here.
Okay, so Dodson Associates will be out?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, well, that's good then, I just will go through the balance. Okay, thanks, John. Monthly finance report, everybody had a moment to probably look at that, not transferring any money, so that's always good. Still go okay. Anybody have any questions on that at the moment, but. Let's see. Okay, no questions. Golden zoning.
Okay, the Association of Towns, Oneida County Association of Towns dinner is May 16th at Orchard Hall. It's gonna be Herkimer Oneida County Transportation Council is the guest speaker, talking about grants for safety action plans and stuff, that's gonna be the speaker. So if anybody's going, let me know who's going, so we can have a count for that. That's this Thursday, 5:30 is cash bar, 6 o'clock is dinner, and then the speaker. Actually, I went to training last week. I was in a training with the Department of Homeland Security, DASNY, DEC, FEMA, and CFM across the state. And actually, I got to talk a lot with some of the DEC officers. So I got an email today. They are recommending to FEMA that our CAB should be closed. So, because we did what work we needed to do on their visit from 2 years ago and got the stuff accomplished. And they will be sending a formal letter in the next couple weeks for us to close it off. They are making a recommendation to FEMA that our CAB, yep, we have a couple projects that'll just still stay in there, but we're okay on it, they said. Permits is 24 building permits so far. 3 of them are actually since January are new residences, and I'm reviewing another new residence this week. Hopefully tomorrow or Thursday I'll have his permit ready, which is good for residents, and I know there's another one once they get through zoning, so 5, and we got 2 still pending. ZBA, we had 6 applications so far, 8 complaints, and I think that's about it.
All right. Okay, any questions for Gina from the board? Thank you, Gina.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I know there was a latecomers in here. I did already call for Deb and Brian Bernard, but I did call you, but I'm gonna let you, is that you guys that take it?
They told us 5:15.
All right, all right. The floor is yours, you got 5 minutes. Give us one, please. Yes, I'm sorry, yes, whatever, I'll let you guys, it looked like it kinda came in.
They came to our house, the window company, and they said that, the Braves are in with them, we better sign, you know. So we got kinda nervous, so we've been trying to sell the house now because we had a town come in and take out 100 yards on, Simeon Road. And then the windmill people came over, we got Jim Brake, took out 50 trees and threw them in our bushes. We got the Timians, like an acre of maple syrup in our property, garbage out there, but the new people wonder, what are they gonna do about when we sell it, the people that wanna buy it? They want us to do something about it before we move, they wanna know, is Bray, what kind of company is that there, you know? And, that's what we wanna know, is the windmill people coming, or these other people, you know? Because the Braves, it's too loud to live there, we almost got hit 3 times already on the road from the trucks. And it's so loud in the woods sometimes, it's scary, you know, you're not ready for it, you know, and it's pretty loud. And it's always banging. And it's just terrible, so we really don't, we're gonna sell, you know, but the other people come in, even the real estate say, you gotta do something, they got make shacks out in the back of our property, you know? And they ruined bloggers said $20,000 of wood, we don't care about that, we just want them to get off the property, even the Braves, it's throwing rocks on the property, it took all our trees out. It's just terrible, you know? And then the town came in and took out 100 yards on Bray Road of a hill, and I liked it, but the window company wants to rent it to make a staging area there. I'm like, are you kidding me? I mean, because you could drive a truck into it now. And so I don't know where to go. Like we said, we just want some information. We're giving up because it's too loud over there. It is dangerous with the trucks from Braves. It is. We went out to dinner the other day and a service truck came out of nowhere on us, and it was close, you know? It is dangerous there, you know? So we just want to know if the town could maybe look into these little problems for us. I mean, we want to stay there. Deb's only got one more year here to school, so we should retire, you know? And it's just scary. It is. They rip out our trees. He don't care. And the reason they ripped out the trees was because I came to a town meeting and moaned about the commercial business, you know? And that's kind of a threat, and nobody helped us. We called the police, called the state police, we called a lot of people, and they were like, that's a civil suit. Some of them trees are 50 feet on our property. He just picked them with an excavator and tossed them in the bushes. I mean, so it.
Wetlands, right
Huh?
into the wetlands.
Yeah, right into the wetlands, and it's just terrible. We have to, I mean, just every time we use a machine, we think he's in our yard. And it's same as the Timian. For 18 years, every time we had company over, we go fishing, they would open fire. I mean, it was terrible. We were terrorized by these people. We came to town, we hired a surveyor, and the town never, they said that the zoning board, they said one of the Timians pulled a knife on her. That's why she didn't show up that day when the surveyors came. And Dick Timian stated that. He gave maple syrup to the sheriff department, and he gave maple syrup to the selectmen in this town. He'd come here for a senior thing, he'd give them, he threw it in my face, you know? But every time we went to bother him, the police would say someone's getting arrested, and they pushed us away, you know? It's just terrible, but we just want to know if the town could just look into it. How could these people do this, you know? Is the Braves commercial, would the new person could be commercial? If Timian build a house out there, can they build a house? They just want to know what's going on, you know? And I do too, you know? We could ask the town, maybe they could call us or send us a letter. So we sent a letter about Braves, and we never got a letter back.
Okay, all right, we'll look into this for you, and you're on Timian Road, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, all right, and of course, you know, it gets into private property, it's just, obviously you need to be calling the police, so just, I'm sure regarding a little bit of the roadway there, is it fair, probably just the town's right away, Jim, is that?
Yeah, to clarify that, the road, Timian Road, there's a 26.5-foot right of way. We cleaned our shoulder, we cut our shoulder back, basically resloping the edge to 22 feet on that road. And it's approximately 300 feet long that we've cut the shoulder at. There is a cross pipe in the road in a low spot on the dip, and it basically comes from Bray Road down to the cross pipe is where we sloped it, so we could get the water back into the culvert crossing where it belongs instead of running down the shoulder, the edge of the blacktop.
Okay,
It's all
okay,
plenty within our right of way.
okay, all right. Okay, again, with Jimmy Bray's situation, we'll look into that, that's for sure. But of course, if it's on your property, please just contact the police like you've done.
We did call the police many times. They said it's a civil suit.
Yeah.
The trees were 50 feet on our property.
Yeah,
And the Timians are good half acre on our property. Well, he's putting maple syrup tops in our tree branches. They got two, it's nasty. You got part of propane tank that can bad. Fire hazard.
okay, all right. All right, anything else? Okay, all right, thank you for your time. Let's see, we're gonna go into executive session right now. We're gonna go into executive session for litigation reasons at 5:44. Can I get a motion on that, please? Second? All in favor? Anybody opposed? Just ask everybody to step out for during executive, please. Those who don't wanna come back, have a good evening. Okay, Let's see here. Right now, motion is, come out of executive session at 5:52 PM. Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, motion to pay the vouchers.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? Anybody opposed?
Aye.
Motion to close the meeting at 5:53 PM.
Okay.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Thank you. Have a good evening, everybody.